Welcome to another episode of The Bastard Sermon. I'm one of you three hosts, Cody Hucker.
Luke Young.
Lloyd Johnson.
And this week's guest needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one fucking anyways. It's a long-awaited return of the fantastic, the phenomenal, the fucking amazing
The
host
Rumbled Lips.
of Rumble Lips and formerly, I don't know if it's still going, but formerly Thunder Slime, as far as I know.
No.
As well. No? I didn't nail that?
It's been over for a year.
It's been over. Yeah, that's what I said. Formally, yes.
Oh, okay.
It's been over. I'm sure it's not
okay.
still going, but formally, Thunder Slime, many other fucking great podcasts. Lloyd's good friend since they were children, and a comedian that's so well renowned. He was just hanging out with Dave motherfucking Attell, doing shows with him up in Indianapolis. Give it up for Ran motherfucking Barnaclo, big boy.
No.
And especially because
that.
on the drop of a fucking hat on a moment's notice, we were like, we have a cancellation. Can you come? Of course I can. I have to be out at 10:30. Thank you so fucking much. Really, whenever you got to be out of here, but thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me, gents. I like everything about this setup.
Yeah.
It looks like,
a lot better than we were doing it before, right?
I don't know.
How's it?
Too many spit bottles on the table for me to tell if it's better or worse.
Sorry,
How's it feel to be surrounded by your old art?
Oh, yeah. It feels good. Yeah, I forgot about
That's the
all
first
this.
one, right?
The second one, yeah.
You know,
Right, yeah.
Lloyd brags the way that I brag about my daughter's art on the refrigerator every time somebody comes in. That's Ran Barnaclo's art up there. And they're all like, oh,
There it
Well,
is.
when you come up, I'll point it out. Yeah, whenever you come up in conversation, which happens.
quite frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad axe. It looks like it's made out of
No, it's
cloth.
solid, man. That's a good fucking painting. What'd you do that in acrylic?
Yeah, it's acrylic, some spray paint.
Danny Gamble help you out there? What's going on?
No, if he did, it would be much fucking better than that.
Let me just say, just a quick shout out to both you on Rumble Lips and Danny Gamble's All City.
I love that podcast. I love Danny.
It's a phenomenal show, and Danny's a phenomenal person. He'll be back on in December. You filled in for a 3-hour podcast, and we've sat down and talked. We've had some fun conversations. You're a
Yeah.
fucking hilarious dude.
Oh, thank you.
I can't imagine carrying a conversation with you with two other people in the room for 3 fucking hours.
Yeah.
You guys did it like this is what we do every day is sit down
Well, I
for
live
3
down
hours.
in a neighborhood where, if you listen to that podcast, God bless you. But I live down in that neighborhood next to the train yard, which is it's a neighborhood of screeching and bashing. So, like, if you
Clickety
listen-
clanks going on the entire
Not
time.
much clickities. It's a lot of screeching and a lot of followed by metal bashings. Yeah, I'm like desensitized to car accidents, I think, because the train's bashing all night long.
Dog, there was like a hooker trying to cop dope at some point in the middle of the interview where Danny has to like stop and he's being super cordial, like fucking the best street guy of all time, just talking to them at some point. I don't know if that's the exact scenario that happened,
I don't
but
remember that. I think I've done a Danny Gamble's podcast a total of like 8 hours in 2 episodes.
God damn.
100%.
But they're
We've done,
fun.
Like 4 hours. Yeah, we just sit around and talk shit. I mean, we're not talking about anything.
My point of all this is that you're fucking hilarious throughout the
you.
entire thing. Like it's a genuine, like, fun experience to sit down and listen to you guys, like, just chop it up while Danny's trying to go full conspiracy theory, and you're like, I don't know, dude. I'm sitting here playing Red Dead Redemption instead of working.
Anything. I don't know anything. Now I just sit on my floor and I watch the TV show Cheaters. And I watched, like, I don't know, 13 hours of Cheaters in the last 4 days. Dude, I like it.
You see, I had seen an episode of Cheaters where the host gets stabbed.
Yeah.
No, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He gets
He's
stabbed on a boat.
Yeah, he was
On a
stabbed on the
boat?
boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got cameras on this boat, and he knows about it, and still there's a stabbing occurring.
No, they didn't know. He ran up on the wrong longshoreman, and he got the sharp end of the stick. You know what I mean?
Let me understand the situation. This man is upset enough to where he swam out into the booze.
Have you
Oh,
ever
going-
seen a fucking episode of Cheaters?
Yeah,
you barbarian.
Obviously not.
The host of Cheaters isn't swimming anywhere.
I thought you meant.
He's
I
the
thought you meant he
host.
got stabbed by a crazy person. I'm saying the crazy
No.
person is the one
They
doing
were
the
just-
swimming.
They were just, you don't have to swim to get onto a boat.
if
you
you're
just go-
docked,
Yeah.
100% if they're in
So,
the middle of
okay.
the water, you got to
Jesus
swim to get to
Christ.
that fucking
So here
boat.
we go. This boat was docked.
Tear this idiot apart right now.
Well, yeah, okay. No, he's not an idiot. Sometimes you have to explain stuff to people.
that are dumb idiots like me.
Okay, well, let's see. This boat was docked on a dock. It was in the water, but the dock is not.
So
The
there was
lady was having sexual intercourses with the man on the boat, which was docked.
on the dock boat.
The camera crew didn't swim out into the ocean.
Not the camera crew, my friend. I'm talking the crazy person with the knife. I assume
He
in
was
his
the
teeth
man
like
having-
Rambo.
He was
the
already
man
on the boat.
having sex with the lady.
Okay.
Cheaters came in with the camera crew, unswum camera crew, and they got onto the boat, which was, as we've established, docked.
Okay, you've established this now. Let me tell you the
They
picture
got
that
on
was
the
painted
boat,
in my
and
head.
wait.
the man being cheated on said, "Is that my wife?" And the guy said, "Yes, it is." And they got into a bit of a Donnybrook, a little bit of a snafu, and then
Kerfuffle.
the cheater man, the host, Joey Greco, he jumped down and he got fucking stabbed with a knife in his body,
Yeah.
and he died.
I'm sure that's
did
what
not
happened.
die.
No, yeah, that's for sure what happened. Lloyd, stop interrupting
That would
with
make
your
the
lies.
show that
He
much
didn't
more
die.
legendary, though,
Yeah.
if he did die on camera.
In my
Well,
head,
you know,
though,
the-
here's what happened. They're in a boat, in a yacht, I would like to assume, in the middle of,
You've
you know,
never seen the show.
Of course I haven't. Yeah.
There's no yachts on.
Naturally.
Yeah, the people that end up on Cheaters aren't the kind of people that own yachts.
Yeah,
I
they're-
assume
they're-
it's a pontoon at best now, hearing all the facts and information about this show that I've never watched. But in my head, it's a yacht, and the man that has done the stabbing of the host is the lover that's been cheated upon,
Bro,
and
they
he's the
take
one
the-
that's came upon the boat Rambo style and fucking.
The host takes them with him.
Okay. all
The
right.
host goes with the guy that's being cheated. It's not just a fucking free for all.
Well,
I don't
just-
know what kind of show you think.
I just want to apologize to you for never watching Cheaters.
Yeah, you really
that's my
fucking
fault.
blew my cheaters riff. God damn it.
Welcome to the Bastard Sermon.
Yeah. Well, it's nice, but I've watched a lot of cheaters lately. Seeing hillbilly men getting knocked out. You always root for the guy getting cheated on. But 90% of the time watching this show, that's the guy that gets the most beat up.
Yeah.
The guy
That
getting
sucks.
cheated on. They're always cheating with a far more superior male.
Yeah.
Guys just get fucking flash knockouts on cheaters, and they get up and they're like, "You son of a bitch," and then they just get thrown.
Yeah.
Their shirts get all stretched out. I feel so bad.
There's
for
no
these fucking
like
idiots.
like good outcome for these guys. You know, they reach
It's also
out.
probably
They
fake.
reach out to these. Yeah.
Yeah.
They reach out to find out the truth. They find out the truth. It's exactly what they fear.
Yeah.
And then they get their ass beat on top of it. They don't get like a cash prize winning at the end of it. Or
No,
It'd be like if I
They just
found
get
out.
their ass beat.
It'd be like
and they
if I,
find out their lover's cheating on them.
Sorry to interrupt you. It'd be like
happens.
if I found out that Lloyd was like fucking my girlfriend. You know, all my caveman instincts would kick in. I got to go fight Lloyd, and then I'd be on the ground with no teeth left in my head.
Well, it's
Just-
probably because your hat bill's up in the air like that.
Oh, okay.
Your aerodynamics are all
Interesting.
fucked up.
I make fun of that flat bill on every fucking episode.
It's not flat. That's a vertical bill. Is
All
that,
right. From now on,
that-
we're gonna go with Vert Bill.
Yeah.
That's a Vert Bill hat.
is that so your vape smoke doesn't get caught in your eyes? when
That's
you're
precisely
driving?
what it's
Yeah.
for. Yes. I'm glad that you.
It's to hold up the gut of the girls when he.
Yeah, when he's eating them out.
Oh my god!
Is that what you
Oh.
were? That was.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Yeah.
That's you're.
Oh,
on
now
a-
it's now it's bad that
You're
I
on a
love fat
double
girls.
podcast with two psychopaths, and that's what threw you over the edge.
It
All right.
you know, you get desensitized after
Yeah.
so long, Rand.
Yeah, the flat bill holds up the gut. That is
The gunt, I like to
Quite an
call it. The
image.
gunt.
quite a sexual image.
This is the fun with me and Ray. I like making. I know he'll think of whatever it is I say.
Yeah.
It's like when he lived here. I can't remember what it was, but I remember he was playing fucking UFC when I walked in, and I said something. He was like, he literally set the control. He paused the game, set the control down. He's like, you know, I'm gonna think of whatever the fuck you just said, and then walked into his room. This is when he still lived here, and he came back out like 10 minutes later, like, all right, man, fuck you, and then just went back to playing his game.
What was it? What do you think? What was? I couldn't track that. Could you track that?
I have no idea
I
what's
walked
happening.
in. I walked in,
This
and
man's
I
in outer
said,
space.
I said something. I said something to you that upset you enough.
Finally
You
it's not
paused
on
the
me.
game and walked away because you were like, I'm gonna think about whatever it was you just said.
The funny part of this story is that
Oh,
Lloyd's been thinking about this moment for the last 4 years, and you were.
I
This
didn't
is,
remember it until just now.
I still don't remember it.
Actually, when we're off here, I'll remind you of what it was, and I bet you will.
All right.
Because it'll be somebody who's going to be on the podcast that the story was about. But
living with Lloyd, can we talk about that for a minute?
Sure.
Lloyd describes you as like you hid away in the back room all the time, trying to not. Is that just out of Lloyd's complete autistic nature to break you down as a human being the entire time?
No, it has nothing to do.
Were you just scared of him? What was going on?
no.
Zero. Neither. I like to be alone. I like to. Even when I live. I've had roommates. I don't now anymore, but when I did, I always like being by myself. Even when I'm in my apartment, I'm just like sitting on the floor watching cheaters and writing jokes and being annoying by myself.
Is that lack of a couch or just
No, I have I actually have too many couches. I live in a house of couches.
I have an excess of couches.
I do. I have a love seat, a regular couch, and a big chair, and I sit in none of them.
The floor is.
I like the floor. I sit on the floor. Yeah.
Like a Japanese sushi cook.
Yeah, actually, I eat most of my meals on the floor. I like sitting on the floor.
Floor rules.
Yeah,
Floor
floor
gang.
rules. Yeah, I'm a floor guy. If you see me in a green room, unless it's Go Bananas, there's no that floor is a nightmare. But but usually if it's like a club with like a carpeted floor, dude, I'm fucking laying all over the floor.
Yeah.
I ask the staff to vacuum.
How stoked are you that Go Bananas is back open now?
Oh, I'm so psyched. I haven't been home very much. I've been gone a ton. So every time I come back, that's the first place I go. That's the only place I love.
I want to blow you up about this Attell thing because I'm sure you've worked with them before. I'm sure to you this is just another. I've worked with high-level comedians. I don't want to fucking.
This is my first time ever working with him.
How was that? How did that go for you?
It was fantastic. He's the funniest person I've ever seen on talking to a microphone. It was crazy.
How's Cats?
Louis Katz.
Yeah.
Louis Katz is very fucking funny.
God, he's one of the fucking funniest.
Obviously, if Attell takes you everywhere, you're very funny. Louis so fucking funny.
Is Finance still working with Attell right now? Is he still his feature?
Yeah, but Louis is his other feature, and Attell brings like 4 people with him to feature.
Attell's so good about that. Like, whenever Attell likes somebody, he brings, like, high-level people that should be known more on the road with him that's on the same level as him. Like, these guys are headline. Like, Finance is a headliner.
Yeah, Louis headlined Bananas like 12 years ago.
He did If These Balls Could Talk back in fucking, 2010? So we're talking 11 years ago, and that's, like, he did an hour of solid material. It's fucking hilarious, and, like, he isn't as well known as he should be, and Attell knows that, and he brings those motherfuckers out there because people are coming out to see comedy legend Dave Attell, and he's like, he still cares about comedy on that level where he's just bringing out fucking people, and he cares about local acts too. Like, he's always fucking helping people out. I don't just like him because he's one of the greatest comedy legends of all fucking, like one of the greatest, like you said, the greatest people that ever spoken to a mic. But
yeah, it was crazy.
He's fucking hilarious, but
I
he
can't
also
believe how
cares.
funny he is. It's like he's unbelievable.
Yeah, his riffs are like someone else's like planned bit.
Well, no, like 3 sentences, he'll just like riff to somebody's like, oh, that's an amazing premise, and he just doesn't even. He just like charges right through it. I've never heard an audience react that way to anybody. Like every 10 seconds, they're like screaming and clapping their hands. It's crazy.
I wanted to know, like,
so funny.
You had a lot of things going on with your career the last time we had you on the show, which was a couple years ago.
Did I? What, did I do this podcast in the future?
But since COVID, has like allowed comedy to come back in, and you're doing shows again. You're doing not just shows again, but shows with many considered to be the greatest.
Yeah.
What has that been like? Not just stepping back into comedy, but with.
Well, the Attell thing was crazy because
murderer.
it was only 1 week. It's not like it's like I'm going with him a bunch or anything. But
but to witness it,
I got it a long time. I got it in July.
Yeah.
The guy that owns Helium, I didn't know who he was, and he was in the crowd, and I crowd worked him, and I was like fucking with him. And I didn't know he was the owner of all of the Heliums. And then he came up to me afterwards and asked me if I wanted to open for Attell. And I was like, oh, yeah, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, yeah, I'm so-and-so. I own the Helium. I was like, okay. All right, sick.
God damn.
Thanks for being a good sport. Yeah, it was crazy.
So it just happened by chance that you just happened to be fucking with the right person at the right time that you got to do.
It was like a show upstairs of Helium in Indy, and he was like passing through because he was just checking on his club. It was weird, and that dude is cool. The guy that owns the Heliums is fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
And he knows stand up, and he was like talking to me for a while, and then he asked me if I wanted to open for Attell, and I was like, dude, I'll fucking pay you to open for Attell. I was like, yeah, of course I do. He was like, you know, I don't know. I didn't care what capacity I was on the show, because I've heard Attell brings like multiple people, and sometimes you'll only just do guest sets for the whole weekend,
Right.
which is like, you know, fine. But I was actually surprised when I got booked to do all of the shows. I was like, all right, sick. So,
Were you there with Schubert?
yeah, Schubert was there with us.
Yeah.
I talked to him taking out trash out of
Schubert
here.
came to the Friday early show. No,
Yeah.
he came to Thursday. He came to the first night, and he talked to Attell. Attell had given him a guest set like 2 years ago or something at Liberty Funny Bone, and Schubert was talking to Attell, and Attell just asked him if he wanted to do a guest set the next night.
I just went to take Lloyd's
So
trash out
he
because
did Friday early.
Schubert was just over here, and then when I went to go take it out, I was like, by the way, how'd the Attell thing go for you? And he was like, oh, not good. And I was like, what? And he was he was like,
it was
I was
not
like,
a fun.
he was like,
it not
Attell
a-
was great. He was like, he's fucking amazing. And he was like, but
course.
the comedy didn't, or the audience don't like the comedy that I was doing. And he was like, but Attell came off the stage and was just like, yeah, that crowd sucked. And then I was like, oh, how nice of Attell to lie right to your face like that for your confidence level, Schubert. And then he's like, go fuck yourself.
I think he said there was like, what, 120 dentists in the crowd or something? Weird.
Damn.
It was one group of like the 300 people there. 127 of them were dental students.
Yeah, the highest rate of suicide of any career.
I kept forgetting to say 4 out of 5 of you are gonna love this next joke. I forgot to keep saying it, but they were young. They probably wouldn't have understood a good floss reference.
Yeah. Also, don't let Rand downplay it like he just got lucky and got to, like, he.
No, that's earned.
He's with.
He deserved it.
Understandable, yeah.
I'm saying he's with Chad Daniels all the time. He's got stuff coming up. Like we were just talking earlier. Like
Yeah, it's my boy.
Chad's one of the funniest fucking human beings alive.
Oh man.
One of the most underrated comics.
Yeah, I get
So
I get
underrated.
just as nervous around Chad as I do anybody. Chad is a fucking legend.
I know this.
That guy is his new hour is fucking insane.
What is it? Plug it.
Huh?
Do you know the name of it by chance?
Well, he's got 12th night on Pandora,
Yeah.
streaming on Pandora, and it's fantastic. It's the 12th night since COVID that he did stand up.
Yeah, he did 11 dates and then recorded the 12th one.
Yeah, just
And
to
it's
get something
amazing.
out, and it's fucking heat. I mean, it's Chad Daniels. He in my estimation is he's one of the best. I can't believe he takes me on the road with him.
No,
It's
I can
crazy.
believe it. You're fucking hilarious. Like, I haven't got to see you live, but I listen to Rumble Lips, and I listen to you just riff, and I even listened to the part where you were just like, I should brand this. I haven't done it for 2 months.
Yeah.
Should I even fucking
I
call
gotta
it
do a
Rumble
Rumble
Lips?
Lips tonight.
Yeah, you're so good at it because you just sit there and you just talk to yourself, and it's not like Bill Burr. Like every time you have a one man thing, everybody's like, oh, it's like Bill Burr. It's not like that. It's its own thing. You were like riffing in a way
Yeah, 'cause
where
I'm not from Boston.
yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
I remember pulling up in Go Bananas parking lot one time. Rand's just walking with his phone by his head, and I'm like, is he thinking he's just on a speakerphone conversation? I went up. I was gonna say something, and I hear him talking, and I realized he's just recording into his phone.
Yeah, I used to record
As he was
Rumble Lips
walking
on my
around,
phone.
so I just let him walk by and put,
Let him do his thing.
Yeah.
and then I just stayed close enough to hear like a good 10 minutes of it.
I need to walk around and do more walkabout Rumble Lips.
You
but
should.
I got a lot of shit for breathing directly into the microphone.
No, your shit's great,
I'd
man.
be walking around like, and I don't even breathe like that. But I don't know. I
like
need
your
a
Darth Vader.
Yeah, I need a lower powered microphone. It sounded like it was like in my throat.
Yeah, regardless of however the audio quality came across, the fucking jokes are there constantly,
that
and
was
you're not
fun.
trying to impress anybody. You're just like,
No,
I'm a
just-
comedian. I have to have a podcast. You're
Yeah.
the same,
I
the
just do it
same
because
eyes and the
everybody
fucking whatever. I do it because everyone has.
I do,
That,
no, I do.
and it's one of the funniest fucking podcasts I
Well,
could listen
thank
to.
you.
And I'm not sucking
You're the
your dick
only
because you're
one.
here.
No, I'm just kidding. There's literally 100 of listeners now. No,
We're
it's
up to
good.
10.
It's good since I did Sam Talent's podcast. I've got a good little bump on the old
Chubby
Rumble.
Behemoth. Go and check that shit out.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a fun podcast. Sam also is
murder.
Sam rules,
Probably
man.
one of the best comedians.
And he's a fucking sweetheart. And he throws out fucking Cincinnati constantly. In his new special, you could see Ran actually in the... Because the whole thing was filmed during COVID.
I'm in the tattoo shop. If you take a screenshot and send it, DM it to me. If you see me for that 1 second, I'll send you stickers. That's the challenge.
I
Find
literally
me.
only have Twitter to just drunkenly hit up comedians that are annoyed by hearing me, but they are always nice enough to hit me back up and say nice things. A bunch of people, but Sam Town especially. I was like, thanks for repping the Queen City, and it was nice to see a fucking Cincinnati comedian. I was talking about you, but I was like, I don't want to put names out there in case it's like, oh, I don't remember who, but it still was like, yeah, man, I fucking love the Queen City and shit like that. And you just see it throughout his whole special. If you guys aren't familiar, go and buy Sam Talent's new special. I don't remember the name of it, but it's
Waiting for Death to Claim Us.
it's a weird special in a fun fucking way that you haven't seen before because he filmed it at the genesis of COVID. Like
Also,
the very beginning of fucking like March is when he starts recording this, and the whole thing is a breakdown of eventually getting to a point to where there's no fucking shows left. At one point they're at Go Bananas and he's doing a comedy at Go Bananas, and then afterwards they're at the tattoo shop like Rand's talking about, getting the fucking banana from Go Bananas tattooed on him. Didn't you get the same tattoo?
Yeah.
And then fucking
7 of us.
Lee Kimbrell was there, and
Me, Rudick, Lee, Jake Bunch, the Go Bananas long-term Go Bananas family, Cam O'Connor, Sam T, and whoops, I'm gonna leave out one of my tat brothers here. Fuck, who
That's
else
all right.
got it? Somebody that somebody that nobody cares about.
my dad.
No, I'm trying to think. It was me, Lee, Rudick, Sam T, Cam O'Connor, Jake, and one more.
My dad. Just kidding, he's dead.
No, it's not your dead dad. I would have remembered that.
My dead.
What if
It's
they
not
just
your
digged
dead
up?
dad
What if they
either.
dug up my dad, like, and just tattooed my dad? Just to,
The ashes?
no, he's not. No, he's a rotting corpse in a coffin somewhere.
Who else got it? No,
Doesn't matter.
No, it does matter because
It was Psy.
no, it wasn't.
I just love that
you're
Sam
thinking of
Talent's so
Rudick.
committed to comedy that he's getting a fucking banana
that was
from.
the joke there.
He's getting a banana from Go Bananas tattooed on him because
one
he
of his
loves it that
favorite
much.
clubs.
It's one of every comedian's favorite clubs. It's fucking awesome.
It's true. I love me some Go Bananas. Who else got this stupid ass tattoo that nobody gives a shit about?
While you're looking this up, can we talk about what a piece of shit Luke and Lloyd are really quickly? Hey, get your fucking phone ready, you fucking scumbag. Got it. Yeah, stop doing stretches. Stop fucking getting ready for a rock climbing event that's not happening in this fucking living room right now. Get your goddamn phone out, get on Discord,
Get ready to
and
climb his
start
ego.
talking shit. Because you know what? Now you have an even funnier third mic that's gonna eviscerate me in a way that neither of you slobs could ever do. You guys tried to do it, and I overtalked you and yelled, which everybody knows is the same as being funny and being articulate and
What the
making
hell
a
is
good point.
happening right now?
Well, if anyone who listens to the show knows, Cody just loves to just run his mouth. So like, if you just have to put the idea in his head that anyone was talking shit, and it just goes wild.
Go ahead and explain what happened.
Yeah, who
Explain what
talked
happened,
shit?
though. No, explain what happened.
Okay, so this Saturday,
I'm
sorry, I
I'm-
got fucking hair in my mouth.
Keep
I'm
looking.
I'm listening. I gotta. But you know.
This Saturday, I came over to Lloyd's house to watch the UFC fight card, which was awesome.
Yes.
By the way, start
Yeah,
to
it was
finish.
So dope.
That was a great card.
And then we envisioned that every fighter that got his face pummeled in was actually Cody, and we talked crazy shit about him
That'd
the
be
entire
dope,
fucking
though.
time.
Yeah.
You imagine if he took that front kick to the chin, dude,
Dude, that picture sent you a Frankie Edgar.
from Cheeto Vera. Yeah,
Jesus.
dude.
Dog,
Good
I
lord.
knew y'all were talking shit.
So, anyways,
No, I got everybody. Rudick, Jake, Cam, Lee, me, and Sam.
so there wasn't another
Sick.
mystery character.
No, that's all of us.
Thank goodness.
Sick. You ready to eviscerate me a little bit? Because I'm gonna say some
What'd you
dumb
do?
shit.
What'd you do, Papa?
I
Leave
think
your
I'm funnier.
toaster strudel in the oven too
I think
long?
I'm funnier than I am, and I
Yeah.
talk too much on the podcast, and I overtalk everybody, and our fans got upset with it, and now I'm defensive, and I'm going to defend that hardcore,
What did they
and
get-
you
what
guys
was
are
he
going to be
doing?
right, and I'm going to be wrong.
He's
He
doing
can
what
read-
he's doing right
He's
now.
gonna read off the Discord like some of the comments that people made after.
How much do I need to give on Patreon to get Cody to stop interrupting so much?
Suck a dick and never buy our Patreon ever again. I hope that you die in a car crash today and that your whole family's with you.
That was Clint.
That's how much
that was
money.
Clint, and he
That's
doesn't mean that.
All right, well, lead with it's Clint. All
That's
right.
a bad angle to have if you want to make money
all right.
off your podcast.
I don't.
Oh, it's terrible.
You should apologize.
You should hear the things he says to people who cancel our show, man.
Nice.
All right, okay, wait. Let me back up here. Let me completely backpedal only because it's Clint. And only because it's Clint. Only because it's Clint. I
heard
love
you.
you. I'm still mad at you for it. I'm still upset about it. But I'm wrong for saying that. And I
It's
don't
time
hope
to cut
anybody
that
dies. And I am a backpedaling cocksucker right now. And I
know.
deserve any
Look
of
at
the
that.
shit that I get.
Look at these
And
boys.
if you cancel, you're right. And I'll give you the fucking Patreon for free because you deserve it. You've earned it. So, like, if you're like, Cody's a
You're right.
fucking
He
cunt.
talks. He talks. Too
See,
much. Yeah.
this is exactly what they were talking
He
about.
just won't stop.
Right.
He just. You made one point and then you just won't. You won't stop making the
But
point.
I'm trying to apologize to a
sometimes
fan.
He'll
Now
make the
screaming.
point, and then he'll start back at the origin, and
reiterate,
then reiterate.
yeah.
And
And
you're
it's-
like, I got it
Yeah,
already.
it's just like,
Yeah.
I'm canceling the
Right.
Patreon. No, I get it, Clint. I would too. You can hop over to patreon.com/rumblelips. No one interrupts me on my podcast.
And now time for me to talk shit. And then when you do that,
that was just one
You'll get
comment.
one podcast a month, and he'll promise extra podcasts that are on video that you'll never get. And
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of,
And that's that. By the way, that it will never stop.
speaking
Hold
of,
on.
it's my fault for paying.
Does anyone
Yeah.
anyone
No.
else love how he was like, okay, go into this thing. You started with one. You got one comment deep.
one comment.
No, I'm going to be a cock about
he
this.
just-
I'm sorry.
Derailed for.
Please buy Rumble Lips Patreon.
No, it's okay. I will say that I'm going to do video podcasts, and then I don't know how to work it, and then I just don't do it.
And I've told him he can just come here and record whenever.
I just
he
meant the
wants.
live set podcast.
And I don't feel bad about it.
I just meant the live set. I just meant the live set that I subscribed for.
Oh yeah. No. There's some of those in the can. I had to get a new computer, dude. It took me fucking forever.
You're
know how
so much more reasonable than me
much,
when
you know
you
how
get
much
attacked.
computers are?
A lot.
I hate myself so
Too
much.
Dude, computers cost so much fucking money, man.
Yeah.
Now that I've attacked Rand, who did our show on a last minute notice and now hates me for attacking him for
That
this.
was an attack? That
No,
was a bad
barely,
attack.
but
Yeah.
still,
In
so
Cody's mind it
reasonable.
is.
When,
'Cause
Lloyd, when,
if
Lloyd,
someone-
when Lloyd ends
So
up fucking your girlfriend, he's
reasonable.
going to beat the shit out of you. What's his next one that talks about Cody being shitty?
Alrighty. We need a stop-go sign that Luke and Lloyd can show him. Is it bad that I miss sober Cody?
Who is this, by the way?
Just says Erica.
That's T-Bone's lady.
I'll say nothing still.
Yeah.
What was sober
I
Cody?
want to, though.
What was he like?
Cody was sober for like 70 days.
Nice.
And
Good
he
for
was
you.
amazing.
Yeah?
But he said he felt like he was getting too mad.
Yeah, you could see like
so
there
this isn't getting too mad?
no, it was like simmering rage. Like
Yeah.
remember when I couldn't find that fucking gift card and was like losing my goddamn mind in here?
Yeah.
He was
He
like
doesn't
that.
remember. You hear the yeah? No, of course he
I
doesn't.
remember
I assure
that.
you, he remembers that.
Yeah.
I remember the look he gave
flipped
me.
the refrigerator. No, I do remember. Because you thought it was in the garbage.
Yeah, and then
Thought it was in the garbage. Got to flip the refrigerator.
whatever. I was. It was one of those like
He started
stupid.
eating the garbage.
Like I remember,
That's when
I
he was fatter.
I threw something like against the fucking cabinets and exploded everywhere. And I look over and Rand's just giving me this look like, cool. I'm living
Well,
with a child.
Guess I'll go for a walk for 3 hours. Till
Yeah,
you find that $10 to Applebee's. No, what was it?
it was that Kabuto gift card because I was like,
Kabuto.
I had
yeah.
it sitting
Guy
in a
needed
specific
sushi
place.
so bad he destroyed his home.
Well, I was supposed to meet a whole bunch of
He
people.
did himself literally $50 more
Yeah.
of damage than he
Yeah,
would have got out of this shitty fucking Kabuto gift card.
Yeah. But I had set it in a specific spot. And there's nothing I hate more than when I can't find something. Like if I have to look for something, I turn into a wildly aggressive like 4-year-old.
Where was it?
It was not on the table
It was
because
in
I
my
emptied
pocket.
everything off the table.
It was in my pocket.
And then
I took
2 days later,
somebody
it
else
was
to get-
on the table. 2 days later, I found it on the table that I had completely emptied everything off of. So I don't know.
Huh. Maybe.
Well,
Maybe
Kyle,
it was a David Blaine
I was
situation.
like, Kyle was here too. There's a bunch of people in and out.
Oh, you think somebody took your Kabuto card and then felt bad?
No, I think somebody moved it.
Yeah.
I feel like a thief wouldn't then just have morals.
No, I'm saying I think somebody moved
Oh,
it.
somebody probably moved it if they were like dusting, you know? Maybe it was the maid.
Well, I mean, there were people in and out recording. Somebody moved it.
Yeah.
And then that's where I found was shit got moved back to where it was, and I finally found it.
Yeah.
But I was irrationally upset having to look for something, which is it's just a thing I do.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen Lloyd just get irrationally fucking angry in a way that
He's not that wild.
I don't see him get that wild either? But
He
hear
doesn't
these
get
stories.
irrationally angry. He like maybe when we were younger,
That's what I'm looking for.
I'd
Yeah.
see him get fucking raged out, but
Did you see him beat anybody's ass?
everybody knew all you had to do was give him a big old kiss, and he'd stop. You just had to weather the storm.
Do love a good tongue to tongue.
Yeah.
I'm only asking you this because we always hear these badass Lloyd stories. He doesn't want to tell these, and they slip out. We're just talking about
nobody
something
wants
else.
to talk about
Of
bashing
course.
somebody's head on a curb.
Yeah, but I want you as
Sometimes.
his friend to sell him out in that way.
I'm not going to sell him out. Dude.
Yeah, he doesn't care. I don't think. But
Also, I think
I'm just curious genuinely about these
he
stories.
was Finneytown. The only time I ever really saw Lloyd is like if I was like skating around going over there or some shit. I was never like, hey, let me go watch a Viking fight a bunch of guys.
That's fine. Let's go into the skating.
like I
thing.
mean, we had a
You
bunch of
and-
like parties and shit that like
Yeah.
overlapped. So most of the time, I think I was around him,
I was
especially
just
when we were
drunk and
younger.
being
Was
silly, yeah.
was pretty cool. I mean, there was that one at the girl with the tooth that stuck out, Jen Warren. I shouldn't say her name.
Yeah.
Better put that tooth back.
But yeah,
or otherwise
that,
you'll be mad at me for not cutting shit out again.
yeah. But that one dude who came in there and he snatched a bottle out of a friend of mine's hand, and that ended up going down. The guy that got all the embers dumped on him when I pushed him over the
You
fire
dumped
pit.
hot embers on
Not
a man.
intentionally. I pushed him out of a door. He had a fire pit. Whatever. And then a few minutes later,
So there I was fighting a man over an active volcano, and somehow he had gotten dumped into the
See,
molten lava below.
And what did I do? I came in and said,
No, so
hey,
you came
who
in
wants to
after
kiss?
that, and everybody was talking about it, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was. I was like, no, everything's fine now.
Yeah.
Like by the time because like I think you came in with Richie maybe.
Oh, yeah. It would have had to have been. Yeah, it would have had to have been.
I think it was actually because Richie was supposed to pick up Sean Burns. Whatever, unimportant. But yeah, like it had happened right before, and then when he came in, he was like, oh, I know, didn't know all this shit. I was like, yeah, I'm fine now. Everything's fine. So
Yeah.
I don't know that he saw as much of the ridiculous. We only overlapped at like parties or like him being around in my neighborhood doing shit. So it wasn't.
I'm only curious about it because every time that I reluctantly bring up these stories about my past, then I'll accidentally have a friend on. It's like, oh yeah, you remember slamming that guy on his face and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I don't, but now I do.
Now tell me
no.
the story about how you ran too fast into a door and did that to your new hat. That's the story we want to hear.
Please, can we give this man? Can we
That's
give him
the
something?
story. No.
Oh, please, he deserves it. No
That's
applause
the,
breaks
that's
for
the
chumps.
story we want to hear in the
How'd you Henry
Discord.
how'd you Henry Ruggs that hat?
Yeah, we want to hear how you did a scorpion.
Hold on. Hey, now your face is gonna melt like you've looked into the Ark of the Covenant. But let me just show you this forehead real quick. Just real
Completely
quick.
bald.
You ready?
Completely
You ready
bald.
for this?
Completely
Yeah.
bald.
Prince of
Vegeta
all
forehead.
Saiyans.
Prince of all Saiyans forehead. Look at that. Yeah.
What's wrong with your
With
forehead?
the Nosferatu fucking.
What is wrong with your forehead?
Come on, Luke. Go ahead. You
See, he was
obviously.
Rand was being nice about it.
No, yeah, no,
What's wrong with it?
I don't see what's wrong with it.
I don't either.
It's time to cut it, Corey Taylor. Is that his name from Slipknot?
Yeah.
God, I get a pull sometimes. I shock myself. It's time to cut that hair and become a member of society. It's time. Lloyd cut 34 feet off of his hair. Luke, you used to have nasty flying tomato hair.
Yeah.
Remember when you were a Shaun White impersonator? Yeah.
See, I thought you'd forgotten.
No, I'm glad you cut it. You look less menacing.
Lloyd, this is a good one for you. Me and Luke, and he knows it. Maybe you've forgotten, but
Do you have a child?
yeah, I have two. I have two
Yeah,
children.
it's time for you to cut your hair.
Fuck whatever I was going to
you
say.
can't have long
Rand, it's
hair,
your
Dad.
podcast now. I'm gonna.
You can't have long hair, Dad.
I'm giving you
Not
my
with that
podcast
forehead.
belt.
Speaking of, do you guys know what I'm doing with the hair that I just cut off?
giving it to the garbage.
Making a moil out of it so that a young...
Now, what's a moil?
You're
That's
going to
a,
do something gross that people shouldn't be doing with their
a
hair.
moil, to answer Rand's question before I was so rudely interrupted, as
Oh,
always, by
boo-hoo,
Luke.
who gives a fuck?
By Luke.
It's going to be a
This guy
30-second
never
rant.
talks.
on
Luke
Luke
never
talks
moilers.
so
It's going to be
interrupt
30
her young.
seconds on moilers. And it's
Remember
a
who
word no one
started the
heard
story?
since
Moilers. You didn't even
1804.
listen to me to hear that it was moil.
You know what? I'll Google it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I am giving it to my mother.
Why?
As a
So she
present.
can get a moil.
She wants to make a wig out of it because some of the
Christmas.
medication and stuff she's on is
A moil's a wig
Oh,
for
okay.
pubic hair.
She doesn't, no, that's a merkin.
I thought your mom was going to
All
just
right.
be weird and do that weird parent shit parents do. Like, I remember finding a bag of old teeth that my dad still has from me and my sister.
Oh, a bag of teeth from all your father's victims? Why would he have a bag of teeth?
I say none of those are yours or your sister's.
Oh, no. He knows which one is male and female by smell.
By smell.
Yeah.
I
He's
can
got
still
one,
identify
He's got
it.
one of those
Your
like
little
hospital
sisters.
tubes that fits
Yeah.
up your nose, and he just
Still
sticks a
got,
tooth
like-
in either end.
Yeah.
Like,
Pigtails and shit just in a Ziploc, vacuum sealed.
yeah, he's like, I remember her red dress.
Yeah, he's like,
Eden Park.
he's like, Luke, 8 years old. Next.
And that's why Luke wants to fight his dad.
Luke, 24. He just stole one of your teeth.
Just ripped my teeth out.
He's just at your dentist visits, like,
Yeah.
give me.
Let me get one of my son's teeth. I've kept him at all. While he's under the gas, let me root in there and get my favorite.
I had my eye on it for some time.
Yeah, let me pick a goodie. That second molar on the left.
It's not a front. He'll never know it's gone. It's one of the backs.
That's for vegetables. You know Luke doesn't eat those.
You don't eat vegetables
I
anymore?
absolutely eat vegetables.
Yeah, you look like a man that eats vegetables.
You can tell by the
eat
mustache.
You're in good shape.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Luke's
That's
good
it.
looking.
Yeah,
Moving
yeah.
on.
That's it. You're in good shape. Luke, you look good.
Thank you, thank you. I'm not menacing anymore.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
always a plus.
Yeah, you were so fucking menacing.
You don't look like you're
before.
going to inappropriately touch somebody at the X Games.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna stick you up. Like, give me all your skateboards.
You
and
look like
trucks.
somebody that hides in a locker at a bowling alley. You're like, let me have your chips. I don't know what you want.
This guy who hangs out in the hallway at the mall by the bathrooms. Like,
Yeah.
what's up, girl?
Can I get some smells?
What's up, girl? And then she leaves and he just cracks the door open like,
Yeah.
I knew she was going to shit. I saw that Panda Express when she was eating it. I love me some orange chicken.
Quit spying
I
on
feel
me
like
on
they.
my
I
weekends.
feel like they would play this podcast at a Spencer's gift,
I was thinking more.
like live. You know.
I was thinking more at a trial.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's going to be somebody's trial.
This will be entered into evidence one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's going to be yours. You're going to have. You're gonna have enough Lady Bly, and you're gonna be talking about moils, which, by the way, is a Jewish.
Oh yeah, it cuts the dick
it's a
skin off.
rabbi that
I'm wrong.
does the circumcisions, not a pubic
I
wig.
realized
That's a
that as
merkin.
soon as you said
That's a
merkin, I was
merkin,
like,
yeah.
I wanted to address it, but I've been interrupted enough, so yeah.
Oh, listen to his like sliding.
Yeah.
You're the one that talks the most.
Oh, I'm sliding myself there,
I've
buddy.
been interrupted enough.
Oh no,
yeah.
I interrupt
Side
enough.
looks at the flying tomato.
No, I
Unbelievable.
said I interrupted enough.
Unbelievable, this tension. I can't believe the tension in this room. You invited me over here to watch you two fight.
bicker.
And
Did you
if
do
Stay
anything?
long enough, they fuck.
Yeah, well, this isn't my parents' marriage. I'm gonna leave before then.
It's not. It's not pretty.
You hear that? Spit. Go ahead. What's next?
Did you do anything with the detective bit that you were doing on Rumble Lips? I don't even know if you remember it, but you did such a fucking breakdown of what a detective is, drinking milk and eating a steak back in the days of fucking...
No.
This might have been a one-off, but I was listening to it, rolling balls, laughing, just fucking out of my mind.
I don't know.
in
I don't even
tears.
remember talking about detectives. I know I do love a detective. That's for sure. I like that. I mean, I'm dressed like a detective most of the time. You see me. I like very detective-esque.
You look like the guy that
items
does
of
the
clothing.
work on cheaters.
See, that's incorrect. His name's Detective Gomez, and that guy wears Oakley the Oakleys that have the earbuds in them.
Oh, that's what
I mean,
Lewis
that
does
guy's-
when he's not setting up comedy festivals.
That guy's
Okay.
a real... No, this is a Detective... not Louis J. Gomez. This is Detective Gomez, and the guy, I don't know what he's up to. He is a sketchy man.
Yes, you do, because you're him. Stop acting like he's...
No.
Yeah, of
looks
course.
like
That's what I would say if I was Detective Gomez in my blazer that I came on a fucking local podcast to do.
I'm wearing a trench
As if you
coat.
weren't just like in the bushes with a fucking
Number one,
an
I'm
old
wearing
school
a trench
camera.
coat. For the listener.
Still works on film.
For the listener, I'm wearing a trench coat, not a blazer.
It looks amazing.
I'm not fucking Paula Poundstone. And secondly, Detective Gomez is not an Italian man that looks like Rocky's trainer.
Well, I'd be
Rand looks like a
that
detective.
defensive if I was Detective Gomez.
Rand looks like a detective that only works on fish crimes.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll take that.
He does look like a longshoreman right
I'll
now,
take
right?
that.
With his little with his hat.
That is my favorite genre of work.
Yeah.
He's making sure
longshoreman.
that there aren't too many herring being brought in on the boat.
No, what I want is I want a hook and I want a hay bale and I want to be left alone. And I want to be on the high seas. I want to throw grain bags and laugh with my buddies.
I imagine like some sort of Deadliest Catch, but like murder edition, and
Yeah.
it's just like this week we're on Northern Alaska's boat dock with Rand
Bering Sea.
Barnaclo, and then it's you like wake up on like a
Yeah.
bench, and you go, already salty. Yeah, and the
he
boat
looks like
pulls in, and you're like, "Wow, what happened?" And you're
Yeah.
just smoking. You're like,
Vaping. I vape.
Vaping.
Watch it. I vape.
He looks like the guy on like SVU.
Hey,
he looks
hey.
like the guy on SVU that stumps Ice-T every episode.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm not getting bullied out of not wearing my vertical bill. Sorry, my vertical bill.
I feel like
it's
aquatic.
coming back now. Now I feel like a scam artist, fucking taking it off because I've been bullied. No, fuck you guys. I'm wearing my vertical bill. How else?
We're all proud of you.
How else am I gonna keep that gut out of my face while I'm eating that pussy? Come on now.
Nobody knows. You better not do it on this podcast. you wait till I leave.
Rand's not having your shenanigans, sir.
This is what I was gonna bring up before though. The Rand fucking lost me a friendship. It's my fault, by the way. Rand didn't lose me anything. I lost myself a friendship hilariously through fucking talking about a pig that lived in a friend's house of mine, and he did just riffing, talking about how this pig has diarrhea in a hallway, and he's like, "Well, sure, you want to name the pig Sergeant Bacon and fucking let him fucking hang out in the tool shed? That's fine, but live
can't-
in the house. Come on,
Can't live in the house with barnyard animals.
yeah." And
I
through
still stand by that all these years later.
through a silly fucking joke, I've lost two friends that were real close to me through this podcast.
And I'll tell you right now,
I didn't need 'em.
You're better,
better
off
off.
without them.
well, I was gonna.
I have
say,
Joe back now.
I was gonna say one of them wasn't ever really worth the trouble.
You're talking like you're possessed. I'll tell you right now, one of them wasn't worth the trouble. Where are they
true.
buried?
It's like if you
Down by
flip
the
channels
river.
between him on Cheaters, you're the guy on like the
I was the
shitty-
guy who stabbed the host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the worst part of everything was like, dude, stop breathing outward.
He turned
Breathe
into the guy
in.
from the new Dune movie where his eyes just roll in the back of his head and he starts spouting facts.
Well, let's do our Dune review. That's why you brought me on. I liked it.
Now we figured it out 43 minutes into this fucking...
Is that how long it's been?
into
It
this
feels like
slog
2
fest?
hours. What do we think about Dune? Let's go around the horn. Lloyd, hit us with your Dune review.
I actually dug it.
So did I. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
like
awesome.
Snooze fest.
Really?
awesome.
Couldn't
Yeah,
have...
Cody made a whole like Facebook post.
Yeah,
about
but Cody also
didn't actually care that much.
Cody famously hates everything good, and then he likes it like a year later when he sits down and doesn't talk and hate on it the
Yeah,
entire time.
Yeah,
and
like
actually
you
watches
fucking
it.
cinema historians that love the Greasy Strangler because, the craft services guy must have been fucking weirded out because, I'm on this crazy set that I'm gonna fucking do weird shit, and then he's gotta go home and talk to his wife about, fuck you motherfuckers
Yeah.
that want to be,
you need a
not
hug?
you, but these two fucks
No, I
that
didn't like the
sat there and
Greasy
watched the
Strangler.
Greasy Strangler like it was a cornerstone of cinema history.
It's my favorite movie.
I am fine. You like the Dune series.
Yes, it
You-
It's
you-
evident he didn't listen to my review.
you watched you
No.
read the books, and now you watch the movie, and it's better than what Lynch did, and they're telling a captivating story. That's all fine and fucking dandy. I don't want to take that from anybody. Anything you saw me do on Facebook, I'm trolling. But the fucking thing for me was a snooze fest. I said it on goddamn Facebook. Nobody's reading that, like nobody's listening to this. But the facts of the matter is they made Star Wars without the lightsabers, if they made it the entire thing on fucking Tatooine and at dusk for the majority of the time, you don't have to know about it because I'm telling you, that's what it was. They fucking sat there at dusk on a goddamn sand planet and fucking told the most boring fucking story of all time. And the whole thing was the flying. It's cool because they have flying fucking Firefly. No, that's not cool. It sucks. It's shitty CGI garbage that they've strung in there to make it. Oh, Dave Bautista's in it. He's playing a compelling part. No, he's not. He's playing the same fucking WWE wrestler that he's always been.
Why did you spend 10 seconds shitting on the glowing globe when it was there for 2 seconds?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I regret that.
Yeah.
I regret bringing up Dune.
This is.
I'm going to start not saying anything that anybody on that side of the table would have a hard opinion about.
Yeah, I was going to say, hold on, you just finished
What do we all think about
Squid Games?
Don't even fucking
I'll
get this
tell
fucking
you,
guy
loudly.
started.
You guys like eating with spoons?
I like it for pudding and yogurt and
spoons
soups.
are pretty
Let me tell you about spoons. They were created in the Ottoman Empire, and it was a slave tool. I don't eat with the fucking tool of the oppressed people.
Of course you're correct. These fucks have worked me up before you got here, and now
We did nothing.
We did.
We let his mind
did.
destroy
What were
himself.
you guys doing? Using the voice on him?
All we
Dune
did was say that there's
Solid.
people saying stuff
Hold
on
on.
Discord,
Hold on.
and he
That was
hated,
solid.
and he
Don't
hated
sleep
us
on that. Shut
from
up
the
and listen.
inside out.
Yeah, no, I want to hear Luke, actually. I'm sick of hearing him.
Christ.
I want Luke to just be the guy. Come
Yeah,
on,
go
Luke.
ahead.
Why don't you run this podcast
All
for a
I
minute?
said was that we didn't say anything to rile him up. We
No.
just said there's something on Discord about him, and he just destroyed
I thought you
himself
were
through
sitting
rage.
crisscross applesauce in your chair. I was going to flip you over.
Yeah, and see that sad fucking attitude and fucking long pregnant pauses in between every word. That's why, I might be
check this
annoying,
out. There's
and people
thought
hate me, and
and
you hate me, but that's
substance.
fine because
I
at
don't hate
least
you.
people are fucking listening.
I don't hate you. He keeps me on the edge of my seat. You give me all the information. This guy with his pregnant pauses and his affable demeanor.
Yeah.
You with your hat and your forehead screaming.
At least he's not wearing a vest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's put the vest on.
Okay,
not?
let's talk about this vest.
Yeah.
Because
talk about
number one,
Hold on, Cody. Hold on.
looks like it
hold on.
stinks.
Before you.
It does. I've never washed it. You were correct.
Before-
made,
well, you're gonna wash it. You're gonna rip a dryer
you've
up.
been
Hold on,
nothing but
before
accurate.
before we go any further, what do you call that?
My jacket.
What
I
do you
don't
call
call
it?
it a battle vest. I don't. I've never called it that. You call it that,
I mean,
and you
he
make
did-
fun of me for
He
calling it
did
that.
immediately say battle.
I
vest.
didn't know what it was called
Yeah.
until he called it a battle
Bullshit.
vest.
No, he says it every other podcast. You can listen to it every single
I've
fucking
made fun of it
podcast.
ever since he said the term
Yeah.
battle vest.
I've never said it.
Well, you
did.
just said it.
I said it to quote Lloyd on other podcasts making fun of me. You're right. I did say it in quotations of Lloyd's
You didn't
speech.
put any quotes out there.
Yeah,
you
so
said
you're
I
the
don't
first-
call it a battle
Oh.
vest.
Well, next time I'll do big fucking bunny ears for you
Yeah,
so that
thank
you understand.
No, I need that. How
Instead
am I
of me
gonna
saying that
fucking
I'm
know?
quoting Lloyd, I'll put the big bunny ears
Yeah.
out there so that we all
Thank you.
understand.
I'm
We're
gonna say-
all on the
do.
same page now.
100% that's the first time I had ever heard someone refer to it as a battle vest was he said it and then he immediately followed up with I don't call mine
You're a
that.
39-year-old that lives in the middle of Northside, and that's the first time you've ever heard that? Fucking complete bullshit. You're a liar. I don't believe you at all.
What, battle vest? I've never heard that term.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm 38 and I wear.
Yeah, I believe
battle
you
vest.
both. I believe you both.
No, that's
You're both liars, and I don't believe
now,
either of you.
Now, what's up with the battle vest? Why do you like to wear it so much?
I don't know. I took a lot of time putting it together, and I like how it looks.
How do you put the things on? Did it come that way?
Nope, you stick the studs in through here, and then you take needle nose pliers and you bend the edges down, and it sticks in there. And then you sew the patches on with dental floss, and I also use hot glue to stick them down to make sure that they're all fucking right in place before I sew them on with dental floss. Dental floss, you're asking, what are you, homeless? You shop at Save-A-Lot? No, it's actually sturdier than using real cloth, and it sticks in there longer. And the reason for it being stinky and not washing it is the only way to wash this is to hand wash it, which would destroy the glue that's attached from the hot glue. And if you threw it in a washer, it would completely fuck this whole thing up, and it would get caught in your washer, destroy your washer, and destroy your fucking jacket.
Can I say something? I never thought I'd be bored hearing about a vest filled with spikes.
I want to be in Mad Max Road Warrior.
This is
That's what I should have led
This is a
with.
real question. Have you ever received a pack of spikes for Christmas as a gift?
No, but that would be the appropriate.
Because then it
gift.
isn't a battle.
I have a
vest.
normal family.
Yeah. Where do you get these spikes? I might want some for my shoes.
Studsandspikes.com.
Really?
Yep.
That was so quick.
I don't like if you have to order them off the internet. I feel like you should earn them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
should
like,
steal those.
Oh, like
another-
teardrop tattoos in prison?
Yeah. I feel
Like
like you should
Russian-
earn your spikes. Yeah,
Like
you
Russian tattoo
shouldn't
stars?
just get the buckshot a bunch of spikes on a Denny vest. I feel like you should have to
A
earn
Denny
those.
Yeah, you should have to like steal them off of someone else that you beat up in a pit at a show.
Or you have to every time you go to a Slipknot concert, some girl with a septum piercing.
Every time
puts
you
one
say
on there.
steal
"Fuck
from
you,
one of the
Mom,"
masks.
you get
Yeah.
one spike.
Every time you flip off a cop car, you get a spike. every time you steal a Miller Lite from your uncle, you get a spike. Yeah.
Milwaukee's B-sides,
I was
my
like,
friend.
you just hit so close to home for how how half his life has been. But,
Yeah. Every
Milwaukee's
time you
Beast
say a
does.
racial slur, you get a spike. You
Oh,
know?
Stop being so accurate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you are fucking nailing this so hard right now.
Yeah.
I don't say racial slurs anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, step on the deck of my joke.
Oh.
I appreciated it.
Here,
You're welcome.
we had Jerome on.
Oh yeah. What was that like? Did he see this?
Well,
battle
he didn't
vest?
say the N-word till the Patreon, so that was interesting. He didn't see the vest, but I assumed that I would have gotten asked for dick pics after the podcast a lot sooner had he. It was fun. It was the
Now,
wildest.
can I ask you something?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can answer.
I can't believe that you would, with neck tattoos, just immediately back down from that. But go
Well,
ahead.
no, it's a very personal question.
He's throwing like the defensive shots of like the guy getting beat up on cheaters. He's
Yeah.
just like winging any defensive.
Yeah, he's
I'm
Your
getting
neck
decimated
tattoos.
by two guys and
You're
a
not getting
fucking stand-up
You're not
comedian.
getting decimated.
I love the way your mind works.
Hey, this is fun for everybody listening because everybody
Always-
listening hates me. Keep going with
Always
your.
the victim.
Everyone hates.
Yeah.
I'm the victim. It has to be like that.
Yeah, but nobody,
If I'm not
nobody
crushing
can
anybody
tou-
else, I gotta play the victim.
Nobody can
okay?
touch you. You're covered in spikes.
I'm a pussy. I'm a pussy. Your very personal question, please.
You ever fucking that thing?
Yes, of course.
What a nerd.
Yeah. Ooh, what a nerd. Having sex. Oh.
Well, sex is for women, but you shouldn't be wearing. You shouldn't be. You hear that? You shouldn't be wearing that.
God, I love this kid.
I love this guy so fucking much.
Yeah, but no, it's nice.
What time do you gotta be out of here?
Now.
I don't blame you. How long do you
An
got?
hour ago. No, I
got-
got time.
You got time? All right. If you guys want to keep hearing the rest of this podcast, we're going to do the rest on Patreon. Go and check it out at www.patreon.com/thebastardsermon and Rumble Lips. Go and pay for that. Genuinely, the only reason I'm not paying for it is because I'm broke. I don't have a fucking job because I wear a battle vest and a vertical hat because I'm a loser.
Cut your hair and work at a Kinko's.
There you
Let's
go.
go to the Patreon.
That's modern solutions for modern problems. Yeah, go over to patreon.com/thebastardsermon and check out our entire bonus content archive. We do one extra a week. We're trying to do huckers fuckers, but yeah, I might put too many drugs and alcohol in my system and make those podcasts and they suck
Unlistenable.
balls. And I don't goddamn want to put it out when I hear it. So there's an excess of those. And maybe one day when I'm super desperate and there's only 4 of you instead of 23 of you, I'll put that shit out. But most likely not. So in the future, Huckers Fuckers and our movie review podcast, Bastard LLC, that's Lloyd,
God, I can't
Luke,
imagine.
and Cody. Go and check out that shit. Yeah, let's talk over us selling the podcast. Fuck us.
I
but-
like Dune. A great deal.
Normally this podcast is sponsored by Neil to No One, but he's got nothing to promote. But Anthony Tank Mansfield's a good guy. I don't know what to tell you about him if he has nothing to promote, but
He fucking rules.
In the future, when he's doing something, check him out. Right now he's recalibrating his life. In the meantime, listen to his podcast. What you into? It's all about collections and hobbies. It's a fun fucking time to listen to it. Luke, please.
We're also sponsored by Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop. Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop has everything you need when it comes to, well, exactly that, smoking or vaping. If
Listen
you
to
need
that voice.
If you need any vape oils, or if you
like
need some
honey and-
Delta 8, Delta 10, perhaps some Kratom, maybe
Come
you
on.
need some
It's like
sort of
whiskey and
equipment,
milk,
you need a
baby.
bong.
This is the one
you
that
need a
pays
bowl,
us.
Huck that kratom.
You need a bong, you need a bowl, you need some sort of odor neutralizing bag.
Of course.
Head on over to Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop and they'll hook you up.
What's the website?
ScarletVapeandSmokeShop.com.
Oh,
I don't even
Where
know
are they
what that is.
located?
It is.
Where are they?
They have one of 2 locations.
Nice.
Check them out at 937 Monmouth Street,
got options.
Newport, Kentucky,
That's in Kentucky.
41071.
Nice.
And 11424 Montgomery Road, Cincinnati, Ohio,
That's where I go.
45249.
Make sure to go and check out Fuck You Like the Bengals. That's Lloyd and
That's right.
our very own Lloyd Johnson and motherfucking Alex Schubert, who was just in here recording a bye-week episode of Fuck You Like the Bengals. Go and check that shit out if you like roast jokes. You don't even have to you listen to Bill Burr fucking rant about sports and you don't like fucking sports.
sure do.
If you enjoy that, you'll enjoy this because they're just as funny as Bill Burr. I'll tell you what, they're even funnier than that. They write jokes that are better. Nope. They're better than Dave Chappelle. They're the greatest comedians that have ever graced a microphone. They are, I want you to set your expectations so high when you go and fucking listen to Fuck You Like the Bengals because it is genuinely one of the greatest podcasts that have ever been released on a microphone. Fuck everybody that doesn't say that, and
Stop cussing.
All right, I'm sorry. Blue language.
Can
Blue
we
language.
Can we cuss on the Patreon?
The former host
No.
of the Bastard Sermon, Patrick Seda, does Dark Mountain Cult. He's running an entire fucking beautiful line of graphic designs and artwork that you can fucking check out at Dark Mountain Cult on Instagram.
Perfect.
People are getting it fucking tattooed on them. They're getting it on T-shirts. They're fucking, they're
They're going
marrying.
crazy for this graphic design.
They're marrying people with his designs
They're
on their
marrying
ring.
drawings.
I said that. It's true. You don't need to Google search it. You know it's true because I said it. All right. Well, that's
Hold
the
on, wait.
least likable host of this podcast talking to you. Fuck Lloyd. Listen to the Patreon.
Hold on. Rand, do you have anything to promote?
Oh yeah, just I have a podcast called Rumble Lips.
And
Any
your
shows?
dates.
Dates?
Yeah. When does this come out?
Sunday.
Saturday for the patrons. But we'll put your dates in the front of the podcast, or I will. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I'm home. I'll be at Go Bananas. Come to Go Bananas.
What
Go
day?
Bananas
What
is
days are
back
you
open.
usually there?
Wednesday through Sunday.
Fuck yeah.
I'll
Go
be
out.
at Go Bananas.
Check out Rand. He's fucking awesome.
Man, I have some dates coming up. I don't know. Oh,
We can add them in post.
you know what? In December, I'll just do in December. That'll be the easiest thing to do. In December, if I miss a November date, whoops. But if in December, I'm headlining the Planet of the Tapes in Louisville. All weekend and featuring for me, former guest of the podcast, Blake Hammond.
Fuck
come
yeah.
see
Oh,
us.
so good.
That'll be a fun show.
Blake's new special is going to come out sometime next year. We
Yeah.
have no exact dates. We've talked about this before,
It was
but we
awesome.
just went and saw him. Him, Carl Spaeth, Asa
Kimbrell.
Dwyer, Lee Kimbrell, and fucking Mark
Mark
Chalafu were all murderers. Not just Blake, not just the fucking opener, not the feature. Everybody on that fucking stage. I've said it a million times. I mean, I'm no fucking professional, but I've seen enough professional comedians live, and I've listened to comedy since I was a child. I know it's funny. I know it's not funny. These guys are as funny as any fucking national, international act that exists. I'm not trying to overhype this. I love Cincinnati. I love that the Cincinnati scene is fucking blowing up with funny-ass fucking people like Rand and all the other people that I talked about. Go out and see these motherfuckers. It's very worth your time. It's very worth your money. And these shows are usually very close to where you live, and they're very cheap. Go out and see these fucking people. It's so fucking good, and I'm so proud of my city, especially after seeing that show. I laughed my fucking dick and balls off the entire time, and I promise that you will too. All right, that's it. Join us on the Patreon if you want to see the rest of it.